Starting live video, and
we are live,
unless you're watching the recording, from Keeler Gardens
for the What's in Bloom tour. So in case you haven't seen us before, Keeler Gardens on Keeler Avenue on the north side of Chicago, just north of Addison. We are here to connect you with nature through these videos and different programming we're doing now virtually, but not for long. Things are going to change really soon. So right now, we are keeping you connected with nature through these videos and different programs, different offerings, different suggestions, and different ways that you can incorporate a connection with nature into your life. And it's not just about plants. It's not just about gardening. It's about animals and art and people and culture and contributions. So, with that said, that's who we are. I'm Gina.
Now everybody introduce themselves.
Yep.
We'll wait.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Elbow bump.
That's Ed behind the camera.
Hello.
You can always reach out to us. I am one of the...
You are the
horticultural
horticultural specialist. And I am the educational...
volunteers, but I'm the horticultural specialist.
And I am the educational program director.
And we don't have a lot of volunteers right now, again, as I mentioned. But as things change, or if you do want to volunteer in some way and want to work with us here to bring more nature into your life and to incorporate a grander sense of well-being into your daily life, let us help you with that, okay? So one of the many programs that we offer is the What's in Bloom tour. Every Saturday, what'd you say?
Done every Saturday. You beat me to it.
Oh. So every Saturday we talk to you about what's blooming in the garden, and we show you the bud, and then a little bit blooms, and then a week later a lot of it's blooming, and it varies every week. We talk about what has a lovely scent, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So generally we'll take a nice long walk around the garden.
I'm getting lots of messages from Angie Yorath at the moment with pictures in that. I can't. We're getting there. We're getting there. But she's texting. Anyways, continue on with the What's in Bloom tour.
So,
we'll get to that.
We have so much in bloom right now that we're going to do the tour first, or are we getting to the text?
Let's do the tour.
Okay, let's start with the tour, and we'll give the big reveal later. Okay. Oh, no, we did the big reveal
yesterday. So, yeah.
No, there's a different big reveal. Okay, so what's in bloom? We talked about golden Alexander. I don't know if we talked about irises. They sort of exploded, and then it got hot. They faded.
They just, the first one was blooming last week, the yellow one.
So we might come around and show you them up close in a bit. The Hirstus, the Penstemon and Hirstus exploded. Isn't it lovely?
Is the Hirstus here?
Ed tries to make jokes. We try not to egg him on. Don't answer, don't
Yes,
laugh.
Please don't throw eggs at me.
Don't say LOL. Don't throw smiley faces at him, because he will keep trying to make jokes. So Penstemon and Hirstus is a Illinois native pollinator.
If no one's laughing, I got to keep on trying. If they laugh, I know that I'm okay.
And we're going to do a quick pan through my jeans, and there's more Hirstus here, but look, spiderwort is coming. That is spiderwort. It's really unique. It's a lovely flower, beautiful color in this cluster, and it's a whole lot of plant.
Yes, it is.
That little flower.
Yes, it is. Hello.
So, that's the big reveal. Yes. We will talk about that in a second, but please take your pick. So that is a neighbor, someone who's just walking down the public street, which Keeler Gardens is on. So we're going to walk this way a little.
Watch your back.
And we're going to come around. And do you think you could show them a close-up of the irises?
Yes.
Or maybe from this side?
I'm going to come around this way.
Oh, okay, great.
And then we can see the whole garden there.
Look at the geranium fire there.
They're the purple ones?
Pretty geranium.
The purple ones?
Yeah.
Okay, these are the geraniums, I'm told. All right.
I thought that was so pretty.
Ooh, have we talked about catnip?
We can. So another native, actually, this is not a native. This is an herb that is considered a pollinator delight. And this is catmint. It's nepida is what it is. And it's wonderful. It's easy to grow. The leaves have a strong scent. The flowers are purple like this, and once these flowers fade away, I'll cut the whole thing down to about maybe 3 inches off the ground, and it might bloom again. It'll re-bush out. It gets nice and bushy and fills the space up.
All right.
So this is the iris that I wanted to show you up close. These are bearded irises because they have that little fuzzy beard in there. They start out in this lovely budding form like this, and then they just open one by one by one. They're just lovely. And then we had to talk about beautiful lilac display. It's a party went crazy. They have an incredible scent, and
Yes, they do. I can smell them from standing over
so
here.
that you can benefit from these wonderful lilacs. We will be including branches of lilacs in our pop-up market.
Woo!
Tomorrow, pop-up market, 4026 West Patterson. Keeler Gardens Flowers, Angie Little Floral Studio does incredible designs. That's tomorrow at
You were
3
there
p.m.
earlier and saw the
Yeah,
designs.
it really is incredible. She's doing full-size bouquets, and then she's doing little kid bouquets, so the kids can take one home too.
Cool.
So we're gonna have, oh, she doesn't have the lilacs yet because they're a little on the woody side, you know, they're branchy, and so they don't hold up as well long term, so we're gonna cut them as late as possible.
Cool.
So, those are a few of the things. Did we do Baptisia?
We didn't do Baptisia, and we didn't do the talking about things that are budding and starting to open
All right.
as a preview of next week.
Yeah, let's do that. Can you get through here?
Yes, I can.
So this is blue false indigo. We also in the pollinator habitat have the white and cream false indigo. Look at those beautiful flowers. Then the cool thing about this one is all those flowers make really neat seed pods.
They make little rattles.
Yeah,
in the
and they
fall.
rattle. It's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
And then if you come here, you'll see our first peony bloomed. You can see we have plenty to go, but this was the first one.
Now, what if I wanted a peony like that in my house? I can't bring it in because they have ants all over them, right, Gina? Did I say that right?
There are two things you can do to not have ants in your peonies. The first is if you were to cut
Tell
this...
the uncles to come home.
If you were the... Jeez. Sorry. Oh my God, it's a family show. I'm so sorry. If you were to cut this one down, see how he's got like a little baby here? You don't have to worry about that baby. That's never going to do anything, this little guy here. You just cut this down, you take the whole thing and you dunk it in water and you let it sit in water for a few minutes. And then all the ants will crawl out. And if you want to save the ants, you can scoop the ants out and save them, or you can let them drown. Sorry. That is an option. The other way you can do it is, see this one? See how the green is cracked and you can see the color? Okay.
Yes.
You take this whole thing and you cut it.
Okay.
Rinse it off, put it in the refrigerator flat. This is an instruction I just received. And
You tried this, it worked.
Well, it works for the peony growers. I mean, we can maybe do a test before you do it to your whole peony bush.
Okay.
But you do that. You take it, you put it in your refrigerator, lay it flat. You rinse it off, and then it'll hold for a short time, up to about a week or two, maybe longer. And then you can put it in a vase, and then it'll blossom.
Hello,
Now,
Donna.
Hey, Donna. I don't know if you do it that way, if it will have as sweet a scent. I don't know. So we're doing a test.
But
actually.
what we've been doing for years is dunking them in water for people
And it
walking
works,
by.
And we'll cut this, we'll dunk it. And
Keep
it
in
works
mind,
great.
we have all of these.
And we have it like 5 times this.
And we have all of
That
those.
one, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 or 6.
6, I believe.
Yeah. So we're set. And it's a rainbow this year. We've got this color.
And we're gonna have the red.
We've got yellow next year, and maybe even magenta next year. Okay, so now I know that we aren't doing a traditional What's in Bloom tour because we have a big reveal. There's one more item I really want to show everyone.
Spirea. No, we already did that.
I posted this on Instagram. This is prairie smoke. After it blooms, it makes this like little hairy stuff, like actual smoke. And that's why they call it prairie smoke. That is a native pollinator plant, and it's just so much fun. It makes the blooms just go on and on and on.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All
now
right.
we'll give the big reveal. Ed's
So-
gonna pass me over, and he's gonna look down the sidewalk. So big reveal. Look down that sidewalk. What does everyone see?
Flowers.
Outside of the person walking down the street. I'm going to stand closer and say thank you once again to Lurvy Garden Center. We were donated all of these wonderful plants in conjunction with our market. Glad you're taking stuff home. In conjunction with our market, Lurvy has given us all these plants for your gardens. So, enjoy! So,
Oh, nice.
briefly, I will let you know there are yellow daffodils, there are white daffodils, and then there are daffodils that have no label. Mystery daffodils.
Ah.
Okay.
Could they be blue?
No.
Probably just yellow or
yellow.
white.
We also have tulips in some lovely colors. Two-tone,
Such
red,
as, yep.
pink, purple, yellow, white,
Purple horseshoes.
and mystery tulips.
And mystery
We
tulips.
don't know what... Now,
Their tags fell off.
and we have
And-
hyacinths. I think just pink left. There might be blue. I'm
No,
not
I
sure.
see a couple blues
Some
still
blue
left
and
there.
Pink.
And then this whole side
all
here.
are begonias. Now these will last all summer long for you. They just need a little tender love and care.
Ooh.
And we have ivy.
We have some ivy there too still.
And then
These are
more daffodils. Okay, so they're different. The tags will show you how they're different. More yellow, and then these are the little minis. I'll give you a couple brief pieces of information about bulbs. Okay, hyacinth and daffodil. You take this, you dig a hole about this deep, maybe a little deeper, okay? Plop them in. Leave this. Don't cut it down.
Take the plastic out of the hole first.
Take this off.
Looked like you said leave this, so I just wanted to be clear.
Pull this out, loosen up the roots, stick it in the hole, okay?
Okay.
Leave the green. See this leaf? See this yellowy guy?
Yes.
Leave this green until it all looks like this.
So don't cut them off one at a time.
You can cut this one off.
Oh, okay, but don't take them off
Don't
until
take anything off until it looks yellow.
the whole thing.
Because it's replenishing and it needs those to flower next year. Okay? So you can do that with daffodils. You can do that with hyacinth. Leave the green. Now.
I keep on thinking Cynthia showed up when you keep on saying hyacinth.
So now, if we go to
Not even a
tulips.
reaction. All right.
Okay. So tulips. Now, these are done. You're gonna cut this off here. Okay? Cut this off here and here. Now, you have the choice of planting these now, which in this case you would not plant this deep. You would plant it so that the bulb is 3 times its own height deep. So I'm going to pull this guy out. 1, 2, 3.
Ah, ah, ah.
You have to plant these, okay? You
Not
can
even
do
giving me
that.
time for a joke anymore.
You can do that, but I will warn you, we've done this for 2 years in a row now, and we've had luck with the red, but pretty much every other color that we've tried hasn't come back really strong.
So what would you recommend instead of that?
So your other option is
Option 2.
take this and cut it, put all your bulbs on a screen or a rack or a tray, and let them dry.
Hi, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle, give it a week or 2. I mean, really dry. Like, don't crumble that off, but you don't want them to be damp at all, okay? Once they're completely dry, put them in a paper bag and put them in your refrigerator. What's the date? Okay, so you'll have June, July, and August. Leave them in your refrigerator, not near strawberries.
No, strawberries
and
and...
not in a freezer.
No.
Refrigerator,
Refrigerator.
okay? Leave them in there until September. When the temperatures start to cool a little bit,
Not in the fridge, outside.
when the temperatures are a little cooler,
Outside.
you'll take your dry bulbs and you'll plant them the same way, 3 deep. And then you want to give them at least, ideally they should be in the ground 6 weeks before like
Frost.
the ground
freezes.
Okay, not frost, the ground freezes.
Right.
So that means you could probably push it as late as mid to end October, depending on how cold it's been. Everything all right?
Yeah, I wasn't watching my YouTube video, so it shut off.
Sorry.
So it's back on now.
Okay,
Can
so-
you repeat everything you said the past 6 minutes?
Okay, so
No,
you
I'm
can
kidding.
Watch the other video.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are your 2 options, because if you put it in now, the summer watering and the summer rain tends to rot them.
Yeah.
If you put them in the fall, you're more likely to have success. Okay? So once again, cut this off, let them dry, refrigerate, not in your strawberries.
What about pots? If you put them in pots, they
Okay.
tend to be better?
If you put them in pots, put them in the refrigerator.
Still do the refrigerator thing.
Oh, interesting. Forgive me, that's not accurate.
Okay.
If you put them in the refrigerator, when you plant them in September, they might bloom.
Yeah.
I was thinking of forcing bulbs. I'm a little discombobulated. I apologize.
So you just dry them
You
out
want
all
to put them in the
summer.
refrigerator and then force them. Then they'll bloom in September.
Yes.
But, no, you dry them out and you plant them in the fall. Okay? So, dry them out, plant them in the fall, and
We'll
then,
correct that in the second take.
I feel really stupid. I'm sorry, guys.
No.
Because I put mine in the fridge so that I could have them bloom now, bloom in September. Okay, so we're gonna start over. You can cut this down and plant them now, or you can cut this now and plant them in September, so they have 6 weeks where they can root. Then the cooling will will be over the winter, and then they'll bloom in the spring.
Oh, Michelle wants to know what the problem with strawberries is. Sorry,
Oh.
the phone was in the sun. I couldn't see your comment,
the
Michelle.
problem with strawberries is that strawberries emit an ethylene oxide. I'm making that up. It's an ethyl something, I don't know. It's a chemical, a vapor, and it rots the bulbs. And it actually will rot other fruits. I'm not sure which and how aggressively, but it's not good for bulbs. But remember, only put them in the refrigerator if after 3 months or so, you want them to bloom, because they'll wake up. Okay?
Otherwise, just leave them.
Otherwise, let them dry out.
Yeah, just leave them. We left ours on newspaper in the shed, right?
Yeah, leave them to the side and plant them in the fall. And Ed was asking about pots. The thing about pots is you can treat pots like the ground. The problem is that you want the pot to be somewhere where it will either stay consistently cool, like 40 degrees, or it will freeze and then thaw, and then they can bloom.
And not freeze again.
If it freezes and it thaws and it freezes and it thaws throughout the winter, depending on where you keep these, it's not a properly insulated, so your temperature changes don't vary so much. It'll rot. They'll rot. All bulbs will rot. It doesn't matter which one. So I'm so sorry for the confusion. I will reiterate.
Oh, hey, Tracy.
Tracy.
So I'm gonna back up. So Tracy.
Hello, Tracy.
So you can see the entire sidewalks.
And people have already started to take.
Yeah, people have already started grabbing them. So thank you, Tracy.
So once again, I say, if it's all dead, cut it off. Either plant it now, 3 times its depth, or let it dry out and plant it in the fall. If it still has green, like the daffodils and the hyacinths, plant it slightly lower than what the pot gives you, because you don't want to bury that green, and let the green turn to brown so that it can continue to photosynthesize and build that bulb to bring you flowers next year. We have had incredible results with the bulbs that Lurvies has given us all along. You may have seen some of our wonderful spring videos and our spring displays. That's like 80% Lurvie bulbs. So we can't speak more highly of them. There's just no end to it. Okay, so although it's not in bloom, this is in bloom. Begonias can handle sun, but afternoon shade might be nice for them, and they like shade too, but they do like to be warm. Okay, they don't want to be wet and they don't want to rot out. Okay, those can go in the ground, those can go in pots. The ivy is perennial. Once you put it in, it will fill.
Yep, look at Wrigley.
Well, that's Boston ivy. This is
No.
English ivy.
Do they have Chicago ivy
No.
where Boston plays?
Okay, so we have
Come on over this way.
different kinds of daffodils. The standard daffodil, which are pretty and tall and bloom later, and the mini daffodils, which are tiny, like the tete-a-tetes, and they're like really small and cute and adorable, and they bloom really, really early.
Tracy says she loves us.
Oh, you love me too, Tracy. Okay, so we talked about some wonderful things in bloom. We talked about all
The pop-up
of
tomorrow.
this. Now, the pop-up tomorrow is a fundraiser for us. So, do I need to switch with you because of the sun?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Yes, we do. Go ahead.
So, I'll stand by the pop-up sign.
Great.
So the pop-up is a fundraiser. Both the proceeds will be shared with Keeler Gardens, and all of these wonderful free plants. We do have a fundraiser right here on Facebook. Just it's the pinned post. Please, donating through Facebook is actually one of the best ways you can donate, because whatever you donate, we get 100% of those donations. You don't have to pay the 41 cents for a stamp. We don't have to pay a square fee or a percentage. It's not a crowdfunding situation where we have to pay the crowdfunding organization. We get 100% of those dollars. So it really is beneficial for everyone.
Plus, we just got our 2 interns for the summer program.
We confirmed our 2 interns, and we our first donation on that fundraiser was actually from a new volunteer who is going to be helping us with both upkeep and like an internship farmhand situation. But they're also going to be helping us with some electrical.
Yay!
So that we can light up the property for longer programs into the evening.
Yes.
All right? We're very excited about all these opportunities. And if you know of someone who can help us with PR, if you know someone who can help us with plumbing, if you know someone who can help us find sponsorships, maybe your company will match any donation that you give, please keep us in mind. We are really working hard to build our resources as things have been quiet.
You're getting Facebook Live bombed.
Oh, I am. Oh, my Scout.
And she's yawning. So I think we're going to wrap up.
It's time.
Thank you, Donna. She says we're both awesome.
Oh, thank you, Donna. Please take some plants. And we'll see people tomorrow at the pop-up.
If you have any horticultural questions, you can get a hold of Gina at
Gina@KeelerGardens.org.
I still got to say it myself. All right, if you have any educational or program questions, you can email me, ed@KeelerGardens.org, and eventually we will have the full website back up as soon as I figure out how to get the backups restored.
KeelerGardens.com.
All right.
How confusing.
What time tomorrow? 3 p.m.
And we might.
It's not on there, is it? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Sunday, May 31st at 3 p.m.
If
It's hard to see
we
with
are
the
so
sun.
compelled that if we have the time, we may do a live. It'll be
Oh, yeah. I'm hoping we do.
So, thank you for sticking around.
Hashtag stick around. What are you going to sing for us today, Gina?
In honor of the I'm walking on sunshine. Wow, I'm walking on sunshine. Wow, I'm walking on sunshine. Wow, and don't it feel good? Take it.
Encore.
I want to hear clapping. I don't hear any clapping.
No, you're getting the thumbs up things,
All right,
the thumbs up things. All right. See everybody tomorrow.